Welcome back. Well, National Cabinet announced yesterday a new plan to build more homes in Australia. 1.2 million would be built over the next few years, an extra 200,000 under an incentive scheme. So how would this all work? Joining me now is New South Wales Housing Minister Rose Jackson. Thanks for your time. So in terms of getting beyond the 1 million, that's when the incentive kicks in. How does that work? What's the New South Wales allocation for the normal number, if you want, and when the point at which beyond that you get this bonus of $15,000 a home?
Yeah, so we're looking at around just over 60,000 homes a year in New South Wales over the next 5 years under the established housing accord. That's lifting to just over 70,000 homes per year for the next 5 years in New South Wales, and for each one of those that we're able to deliver, we get $15,000 from the Commonwealth, and that's fantastic. I mean, this is really putting resources into the delivery of housing. We're really excited. It's going to be a stretch target for us, you know, that is going to be ambitious for us to reach those goals. The highest we've ever done, Tom, is 74,000 homes in 2018. So we know we can do it, but it is a stretch for us. But we're doing everything we can. We know it's a crisis, and we're really enthusiastic to work with the Commonwealth in resolving it.
So you say you've got that confidence going beyond 60 and getting beyond that bonus. How do you make sure that happens? And is there any issue if you fall short, if you're going lower than the 60? Are there any consequences for future years for bonuses, or it's just all upside, no downside?
Look, it's not about the bonuses for us. It's about delivering the homes that people need. I mean, we have a housing crisis in New South Wales. We have, you know, hundreds of thousands of people in housing stress in our state. So, look, the bonus is a good incentive for us to get our planning system fixed, to get our infrastructure delivered. But I'm just focusing on delivering those homes because people need them. That is what is driving us. And there is a lot of work we can do with those incentive payments. We need to get our planning system fixed. We need to deliver infrastructure alongside housing. It's not just about the housing growth. It's about the infrastructure that supports housing. That costs money. So those bonuses and those resources do help to deliver the home, but the motivation is to solve the housing crisis for people in New South Wales who are in housing stress.
Is there an inherent issue with councils stopping in some way approvals or reducing how many can be built? How will you address that? Does there need to be a change to the system, to the laws, anything like that?
Yeah, I think there do need to be planning changes. Look, we work with local government. Some of them are fantastic. Some of them are contacting me, identifying land that they've audited in their local government area to offer it up as a solution to the housing crisis. They're great. Some of them are a problem. Some of them are taking too long to approve the social and housing, the affordable housing that we need in New South Wales. And for those councils that can't get on board with delivering this solution, we really say, look, you know, if we need to do planning reform to ensure that the approvals are there to deliver the housing, we'll do it. We've already reformed the planning system a little bit in New South Wales. We've taken a few steps. We will go further if we need to, if local government won't join with us in creating this solution.
So just to clarify, does that mean changing in some way laws, legislation, so that you can overrule councils? How would that work specifically? How far are you willing to go?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to change legislation. We have call-in powers as a state government. We can say there is a housing crisis. We desperately need to approve the construction of more social and affordable housing. And if councils aren't willing to work with us to deliver those DA approvals, then we can use powers to call them in and do the approvals ourselves. We have planners. We have people who can do that work. All level of government needs to work together here. You know, as I said, many councils are fantastic. They want to be part of the solution. But we've already shown that for big projects that have significant affordable housing components, we will give them state planning pathways, that state government planning approval to deliver those projects. And we are prepared to go further and look at additional planning reforms to ensure that we're getting the housing that we need.
There's always inevitable stories around approvals that don't happen for various reasons, so we might talk to you down the track once they pop up. What about the renters' rights aspects? New South Wales was seen as a lot less keen for things such as rental caps. What has been agreed to is annual increases only one increase per year on rent. Was that something you had to be convinced of the merits of?
No, we're always supportive of annual limits, one per year on rent increases. We're supportive of the minimum standards. We're supportive of abolishing no grounds evictions in New South Wales. We want to reform the rental system so it is fairer for renters. We don't want to introduce rental caps because they won't work. This isn't ideological or political for us. This is practical. We know that we have a rental affordability crisis, and the answer to that is to deliver more affordable rentals, and that's what we're getting on with. And if the Greens cared about housing in this state, they would pass the Housing Australia Future Fund, which is sitting there trying to deliver money for me to deliver social and affordable housing in New South Wales, but I can't under that scheme because it's held up in the Senate.
Got to leave it there, Minister. Thanks for your time.